In this lesson, we will discuss the difference between open source and proprietary technologies. Open source and proprietary software and cloud services are two different approaches to developing and delivering software and services to users. While open source software is based on the principles of sharing and collaboration, proprietary software is built and controlled by a single entity for commercial purposes. The same distinction applies to cloud services, with open source cloud services offering more control and customization to users, while proprietary cloud services are more streamlined and standardized. Open source software is the type of software that's released with its source code available to the public. This means that anyone can access, modify, and distribute the code provided they adhere to the licensing agreement. This approach to software development is based on the principle of collaboration and sharing and is intended to promote innovation and creativity. Proprietary software, on the other hand, is software that is controlled and owned by a single entity, usually a company. The source code of proprietary software is not available to the public and can only be used under specific licensing agreements. The main advantage of proprietary software is that it's typically more polished and user-friendly than open source software because it has been developed and tested by teams of professionals. Similar to software being divided into open source and proprietary technologies, we can also divide out cloud services into open source and proprietary technologies. Open source cloud services are cloud-based services that are built on open source software and are designed to provide users with more control and customization options. Open source cloud services are typically more cost-effective than proprietary cloud services, as they do not require licensing fees or monthly subscriptions. A real-world example of an open source cloud service is the cloud platform OpenStack. For example, Dion Training could use OpenStack to provide a cost-effective solution for hosting and managing its online courses. OpenStack is an open source platform that offers a wide range of features and tools, including cloud computing, storage, and network services. Furthermore, as an open source platform, OpenStack can easily be customized and integrated with other tools and services, allowing us to better tailor our online courses to meet the needs of the students. Proprietary cloud services, on the other hand, are cloud-based services that are owned and controlled by a single entity, again, usually a larger company. Proprietary cloud services are typically more standardized and streamlined than open source cloud technologies, as they have been developed and tested by many teams of professionals. A real-world example of proprietary cloud service is Amazon Web Services, or AWS cloud platform. For example, Dion Training uses AWS as our cloud service provider because they provide us with reliable and scalable solution for hosting and managing our online courses. Since AWS is a proprietary platform, it can offer a wide range of cloud computing, storage, and network services that can be used by many organizations and businesses around the world. Additionally, AWS is known for its security and reliability, which is important for educational training companies like Dion Training. See, here we need to ensure the privacy and security of sensitive student information. That's why it's that important. However, the cost of using AWS might be higher than using open source alternatives, as it requires licensing fees and monthly subscriptions. Additionally, while AWS provides a standardized and streamlined solution, customization options may be more limited compared to open source cloud services. As your organization tries to determine whether or not to use open source or proprietary solutions, you should consider the cost, flexibility, support, security, innovation, and portability. First, we have cost. Open source is typically free to use and modify, while proprietary software may require a licensing fee. Second, we have flexibility. Open source software allows organizations to customize and modify the software to meet their specific needs, while proprietary software may have limitations on customization. Third, we have support. Open source software typically has a community of users and developers that provide support, while proprietary software may have more in-depth paid support options. Fourth, we have security. Both open source and proprietary software can have security vulnerabilities, but open source software allows outside organizations to review and modify the source code, while proprietary software may not. Fifth, we have innovation. Open source software allows organizations to contribute to the development of the software and drive innovation, while proprietary software may not. And sixth, we have portability. Open source software is highly portable in the cloud computing space. This is because many cloud providers support the use of open source software and often provide pre-configured images or containers of popular open source software. This makes it easy to deploy and run open source software in the cloud regardless of the provider. Additionally, The open source nature of the software means it can be easily modified and customized to meet the specific needs of an organization, making it highly adaptable to different cloud environments. This portability allows organizations to easily move their applications and workloads between different cloud providers without incurring additional costs or facing compatibility issues. So remember, open source and proprietary software and cloud services are two different approaches to developing and delivering software and services to users. Open source software is based on the principle of collaboration and sharing, while proprietary software is built and controlled by a single entity for commercial purposes. This same distinction applies to cloud services. While open source software solutions may provide more customization and cost effectiveness, proprietary solutions may offer greater security, reliability, and ease of use. Ultimately, the choice between open source and proprietary software and cloud services will depend on the specific goals and objectives of your specific organization.